Yes, it certainly has been a long time between drinks for St Kilda and Geelong fans. The Saints last tasted pre-season premiership success 8 years ago, while Geelong has not won a flag of any sort for a staggering 41 years. Tonight, Cats and Saints supporters are cramming into Telstra Dome, hungry for success. And one thing is certain for tonight, someone is going home with a wad of cash and a big piece of silverware. Hello and welcome to the Wizard Cup Grand Final for 2004. Tonight it is St Kilda up against Geelong, two of the up-and-coming teams of the AFL competition. Robert Walls, welcome, broken arm and all. It may be pre-season, but it's dead serious tonight.
Well, it is, Stephen. Enormous respect and credibility in the football world on the line tonight. The winner will win more than that cash and that cup.
And a lot of heat the last 48 hours with the Aaron Hamill saga.
Well, absolutely. The Geelong coach and the Geelong captain have come out and they've said no cheap shots from Aaron Hamill.
They alleged this was one last week against Justin Murphy. What did you think?
Well, I thought Aaron was lucky not to have been reported. Unduly rough play, and that's certainly how the Cats saw it.
Are you surprised the Cats made it public?
Well, I am a bit surprised, but I'm glad they did. They got on the front foot, and that's something that we haven't always seen from Geelong. Important they back it up. Important they back it up with performances tonight. We don't want to see anything pussy-like from the Cats tonight, because this is the real deal, and credibility, as I said, well and truly on the line. I think this game tonight, which is seen across the country in front of a packed house, is worth more than the 4 points in round one.
You've already been held down by a couple of people tonight about that statement. Gee, you've changed your tune.
Oh, well, look, it's just such a big occasion. There's only the one game on in Australia tonight. Everybody's watching it. We've got two teams who are challenging to play finals this year, and I think that we need strong performances from both. I'm sure we'll get it from St Kilda. We have to get it from the Cats.
They're big underdogs, aren't they? But we'll find out shortly about the Cats, because now it's time for the Saints to come out onto the ground for the Wizard Cup Grand Final. Let's go to the AFL's MC, Craig Willis.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to Telstra Dome for the Grand Final of the Wizard Cup, the St Kilda side, led by their captain, number 7, Lenny Hayes. Number 2, Aaron Hamill. Number 3, Xavier Clark. Number 4, Andrew Thompson. Number 5, Ozzie Jones. Number 6, Heath Black. Number 9, Fraser Gehrig. Number 10, Stephen Baker. Number 12, Nick Rewalt. Number 13, Brett Voss. Number 14, Luke Ball. Number 17, Stephen Powell. Number 18, Brendan Goddard. Number 19, Luke Hemme. Number 23, Justin Kazitsky. Number 26, Nick Del Santo. Number 27, Jason Blake. Number 28, Lee Montagna. Number 31, Matt Maguire. Number 33, Trent Noble. Number 34, Brent Guerra. Number 35, dual Bromo medalist, Robert Harvey. Number 40, Troy Schwartz. And number 44, Stephen Mule.
Well, as they're about to break through the banner, Saints supporters have erupted. St Kilda hasn't tasted success in the form of a premiership since 1996. Then it was the pre-season cup. It's been a huge build-up this week, with most tipping a big St Kilda victory. The players themselves, with their young group of stars, have made a pact to create history at the club, and you get the feeling that if they win here tonight, it could go a long way to helping them achieve that.
Plenty of Ross Oakley's fireworks still about, Robert.
Yeah, still some there. You just get the feeling there's a lot of St Kilda supporters here, Stephen. They just erupted when their players hit the field.
Well, time now to talk about the Cats as they come out, Robert. Well, they are. They're ready to go, so let's roll the fireworks and Craig Willis again. All right, well, we're still waiting for the Cats. They haven't come back on cue, but they'll be here shortly as the Saints are out on the ground. As we said, Geelong have not won any form of premiership for a staggering 41 years, but their moment might be tonight, and now it's official. Here come the Cats.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the Cats for this wonderful grand final night for the Wizard Cup. Led by their captain tonight, number 27, Brenton Sanderson. Number 2, Tom Harley. Number 3, James Bartell. Number 6, David Spriggs. Number 7, Ben Graham. Number 8, David Haynes. Number 9, James Kelly. Number 10, Kane Tenace. Number 11, Joel Corey. Number 15, Peter Riccardi. Number 18, Kent Kingsley. Number 21, Cameron Mooney. Number 22, Henry Playfair. Number 26, Matthew McCarthy. Number 29, Gary Ablett. Number 30, Matthew Scarlett. Number 31, Paul Chambers. Number 33, Jared Rook. Number 34, James Rowley. Number 35, Paul Chapman. Number 39, Darren Milburn. Number 41, Josh Hunt. Number 44, Corey Enright. And number 45, Cameron Ling.
It's as big a game as Mark Thompson's Cats have fronted up to, and it'll be a reception to match the occasion. They'll go through this banner as despised underdogs because this Geelong outfit isn't as fashionable as their rivals, but the Cats fancy they're better where it counts most. Can a ragtag bunch of middle draft picks match the top shelf talent in the opposition camp and build that elusive generation of success beginning tonight?
It is a magnificent atmosphere here at Telstra Dome. We're ready to roll for the Wizard Cup Grand Final of 2004. Live and exclusive on your Premiership Network, Channel 10.
The sun going down in Melbourne, but it's on the rise for these two teams, Geelong and St Kilda, who come here via contrasting routes in their modern history. It's the glamour team. It's good to have an old-fashioned glamour team back in town. St Kilda is certainly that. Geelong in Mark Thompson's time haven't had a draft pick above number 7. St Kilda, on the other hand, have had 5 in the top 5 in that period of time. 2 1s, 2 2s and a 5. The glamour and the grafters, Robert Walls. It's a great matchup.
Well, it is, Tim.
And the smoke's rising already.
Yes. Look, I really expect this to be a torrid opening. And Geelong have thrown down the gauntlet. They've got on the front foot. They've challenged, well, some of the cheap shots, they call it, from Aaron Hamill in particular. That puts enormous pressure on Aaron Hamill in this game because he will know that everybody here, umpires included, will be watching him extremely closely. But you're right, it's time that this St Kilda team started to deliver. It's been tougher for Mark Thompson with his Geelong side, but bit by bit he's bringing them through. And the Geelong coaching staff, to me, it's wonderful to see so many ex-Geelong players back in the fold there. And I talk of Adrian Fletcher, Damien Burke, Andrew Buse, Ken Hinkley, who's looking after the forward line.
And there are a lot of old Geelong players who have missed out on playing in premiership teams between 63 and now. Big names, Newman, the Nankervises, the Hockings, Ablett, and so on. It's a grand final. Let's go down for the formalities.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now invite you to stand and join with Jessica Vanitcher, aged 12, and Jordan Dorashuk, aged 10, to sing our national anthem.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden souls.
Well, youth is very much the order of the night for these two football clubs, St Kilda and Geelong, and youth very much reflected in the execution of the national anthem.
It was magnificent to see those two young kids do it. What do you think tonight? I personally believe St Kilda are going to be comfortable winners, but will I get an argument?
Well, you will from me, Stephen. I think as the week's gone by, I've started to think more and more that Geelong will make a real show of it. We have a look here at the St Kilda team, and some people think the back line is a little bit fragile, but Maguire, mainly a ruckman, but can play as a centre-half back. Max Hudson out of that team, of course. Penny has been really good at full-back. Their midfield's just wonderful. And we have a look at the Geelong team there. Ben Graham at centre-half forward. Out on the ground there just 5 or 10 minutes ago, we saw Ben Graham lobbing these enormous torpedo punch from
Going 75 metres.
No doubt that's on tonight with Graham trying to get the 9-pointers.
Who'll pick him up, Rob, with Kosicki starting on the bench?
Yes, I think there's a fair chance that we'll see Maguire.
What about you, Tim? Who do you like?
I reckon the Cats can really give them a run for their money. I think it's two interesting matches at either end of the ground. St Kilda rich in forwards, the Cats have a good defence. The other end of the ground's a bit thin for both teams. They both have great fleets of midfielders.
The coin's in the air. Over to you, Michael. Tails the call. Heads it is. No worries, fellas, all the best.
So the Saints win the toss as we go boundary side to Gerard Waitley and Christy Malthouse.
Well, Corners, we're quite literally waiting for the smoke to clear, Christy.
It's really eerie down here at the moment. The smoke from the fireworks is almost sitting like a fog just above the ground, and it really creates quite an eerie atmosphere. It was deafening in here when St Kilda ran through the banner. I don't think I've heard it as loud as that in here. A start is so important to them, a good start. Sitting on the bench, Thompson, Goddard, Kosicki, Blake, Montagna and Harvey.
So much excitement and nervousness in the crowd. There are generations of Geelong fans who have never seen them win a flag here tonight. The bench for the Cats, Tenace, Corey, McCarthy, Rook, Chapman and Hunt. And these are the medals that the players are going round for tonight. Of course, there is the cauldron, which the winning team get, and that's a little gold medal that each individual is playing for.
So there's the scene at Telstra Dome. A little bit foggy. The roof just slightly ajar to let the smoke out. And that man, has he been the hot topic over the last 48 hours, accused of some cheap shots?
And Aaron Hamill, so they say, comes off the line, the 50-metre line at centre bounces and tries to clean up unsuspecting players. Well, we'll see if that happens tonight. But, Tim, I agree with you. A lot of great Geelong players never played in a premiership. These young Cats can make their own history tonight.
That man's father, Matthew Scarlett, his dad, John, was a reserve in 1967 when the Cats lost to Richmond on the last Saturday in September. Well, Maguire has play fair, and it's willing already. The umpires, Vozzo, McLaren, Rowe and McInerney. And, of course, 3 of them officiating at any one time.
We're away in the Wizard Cup for 2004. It's Chambers against Noble. They nullify each other. Guerra in hard and fixes up Cameron Ling.
Let him go, Valley. Back here, let him go. Come back a step. Right out, Luke. Bally, right out.
He is sore. He is a tough nut, Cameron Ling. He is aching hard at the moment.
And judging by that comment, the Saints have come out breathing fire after the Cats' comments. And away goes St Kilda. There's Gehrig. Won't get past Scarlett. Scarlett over the footy. Coming in as Black. Going in hard as Spriggs. Hall, she's willing.
Let him go. Just give me the ball. Give me the ball.
Pre-season it might be. This is on for young and old. No breakaway. St Kilda's 50 as the Saints go north to the Lockett end.
Guerra on Ling.
Ling, remember, fell on his head last week and came down with a bit of a headache then. Now, there's a free kick Geelong's way out of all of this.
Now, that was a statement made by Guerra.
And you heard the comment afterwards by a player, Robert, saying you've got what you want, you know, what you asked for. So, obviously, well, words to that effect.
We heard it all right.
Well, the Cats have to stand up now.
Sanderson taking on Clark and winning. The acting captain bombs it long and high. Graham was about 5th in line, had no hope. Ablett overrunning it. And the tackling's reckless early, a clear free kick. Powell, who has played in a grand final in 2000 between Essendon and Melbourne to take it, but it's a long way from a lot of players' minds.
And she's on behind the play, but we'll watch the action as Voss takes the ball around the outer wing. Has a couple of steadying bounces. The kick's an absolute shocker. Goes straight into the arms of Mooney at half-back. Mooney short. And he finds Milburn.
Play our next round now.
Big lead provided by Kingsley. Kicks in that direction. Back of the pack is Baker.
Yeah, and that little man Baker, he's got Gary Ablett.
So another turnover back into the hands of Darren Milburn.
Tom Harley running with Rewalt. Scarlett on Gehrig. Scarlett starting to push deep forward.
Enright with a footy. Pumps it long. It's a good-looking kick. It's a ripping kick, and he finds Riccardi. And he's within distance. He's about 51 metres out.
Right out.
Well, Matty Scarlett has run from full-back to forward pocket.
Signal rally, not six, just six.
Peter Riccardi.
Not beyond him, the veteran, not beyond him.
The 31-year-old who's played 241 games of AFL football. You saw him kick after the siren winner against Carlton here at Telstra Dome from a similar distance. It's within his range. And off hands, first score of the night goes to the Cats. They're 1 point.
Interesting matchup here. Mooney, Cameron Mooney playing on Aaron Hamill.
Lenny Hayes, a great option there and able to break. Graham chasing hard. Hayes with another gear. Clark not quite able to collect it. Sanderson doing well in the early part. Ling hopefully has his wits about him still after having his brain rattled early. Voss, though, bangs it back St Kilda's way. Rewalt might have been pushed. Sanderson again getting over the ball and doing well to knock it clear.
Free kick to Geelong. Free kick to Geelong against Morley.
Off the ball, Tim. Guerra put down another Cat in Ben Graham. Fair, completely fair, but made another statement.
Not exactly the man the Cats might have been looking over their shoulders for.
Just interesting to see if Tom Harley, number 2 there, will he be able to run with Rewalt, one of the best athletes in the game. And here we have Ablett being tagged closely by Baker in the first few minutes.
And that is a beautifully weighted kick for Raleigh. It just cleared Milne. Raleigh nice and cool. Scarlett. Cats starting to settle. Haynes is their chance here. Had the right idea, just didn't quite place it for Enright, so a throw in. Barely Geelong side of the wing. The Cats have the only scorer, minor Brendan Goddard, starting on the bench for the Saints.
Can't start there.
Chambers against Noble. Well won by Chambers when it went straight to Del Santo. And we'll have a stalemate here.
We'll see Noble ruck the first half of most quarters. Then Blake coming on. There we've got Riccardi playing deep forward pocket on Aussie Jones. The idea of that is to take Aussie Jones deep out of the play.
Chambers beautifully to Ling. Couldn't get a clear kick away.
One ball again.
Aussie Jones has just been in a ripper form in this Wizard Cup, and he's now playing way back in the goal square.
Bartel, handball intercepted. Ball into space. Clark's there, so is Rewalt, who lays the Shepherd. Clark slipped over at the crucial moment. Might end up with a footy anyway. Xavier Clark gets it to Rewalt. Hemmed in, squares it up. But outnumbered is Milne. He flew anyway. But the Cats are going to get out of trouble. Good handball by Riley to Scarlett, and here comes Geelong.
They did it very well. Kelly just avoiding near death, did it beautifully. Scarlett from 60, long, not quite long enough. Cats have the first goal. Is it Kingsley? It was. Geelong by 7 points. Been an evenly fought battle on the park, but the Cats have been able to kick the first.
Significant, you see Matty Scarlett near centre-half forward when he kicks that. He's prepared to run off Gehrig, and that will worry Fraser Gehrig, who likes to have opponents stay close to him.
First blood to the Cats. They lead by 7 points. Chambers has been outstanding in the ruck early. Cats go into attack again. Baker busts his way through the pack. To the wing. Finds Clark, who lost a handle on the footy again. Sanderson. To to Bartel. Had a great game last week.
Still going.
Now Kelly to half forward. That's a solid mark.
Gary,
Taken by Voss. To Penny, who switches out to the lumbering Noble. Good kick. Noble gets there.
Both sides without a really classy ruckman. Noble doing the job for the Saints. Goes for Gehrig. And this time leads Scarlett to the ball.
Has Hamill in the goal square.
80 metres from home. One-on-one. Hamill and Mooney. Mooney did all right. Got his body in the right spot. Hamill boxes on. He's surrounded and he's well tackled. Strong stuff, Milburn. One of the stout hearts of the game.
And Ben Graham in picture, playing at full forward. Penny, his opponent.
First hands on the football again by Chambers. To Scarlett. Milburn under pressure. Good pressure by the Saints forwards. It's still in play. Hamill does it nicely. No, it's out of bounds.
He's okay.
Fraser Gehrig to do the ruck work. Been very good round the stoppages, St Kilda in the Wizard Cup.
Snared by Black. Sweeping handle to Rewald, who sidesteps Harley from 50 metres out from a standing start. And the Saints get there first.
They've scored more goals from stoppages.
We're staying here, Rob, because it's gone to the video.
Yeah, is it a 9-pointer? We'll have a look at it, but they do it really well round the in-close contest. It's a good handball by Black. A lot of length in the handball. Just gives Rewalt a bit of time.
Inside 50, so it's a 6.
It's a 6-pointer.
So there it is. Pretty much from a standing start. A wonderful kick, nonetheless.
Gee, he just had too much space, Rewalt. Harley 10 metres off him.
Rewalt looks taller than Harley. Harley only about a centimetre shorter than him, but appearances do deceive. The slim-lined, lithe Rewalt looking the taller man. Margin back to a point. Tremendous start. Noble beating Chambers. Kelly getting over the ball, but Powell arriving for the Saints, and Rewalt might kick his second in a minute.
I think Darren Milburn's a better option on Rewalt. Rewalt covers enormous ground. Milburn's more of a runner. And 2 goals in, well, it could be 2 goals in the space of a minute. I wouldn't think that Mark Thompson would make the change after that, but it's one he'll be thinking about. He'll have his defensive coaches thinking about what could be the move.
So the golden-haired boy to put the Saints in front for the first time tonight. And he does it.
Centre clearance is all important, and Powell does it really well. Realises if he bends over to pick that up, he'll get tackled. So soccers it 40 metres forward.
There's not much Harley could do there, but an unnerving start for him in this key role at half-back.
Left of picture, Brent Guerra. He's the man who did the damage at the opening bounce. He should have someone locked onto him, and I think that someone is Bretton Sanderson.
Saints by 5. Rewalt's got both, and Cameron Ling will have to come off.
Well, Ling's been running with Lenny Hayes.
Yeah.
Took him a while to pick that up.
Thanks, Lenny. It's okay.
So Linger got crunched at the opening bounce.
And Blake coming on for the Saints. He rucks out the second half. Now, obviously, he's not a real ruckman, but he gives a good contest in the ruck situation. And here we see Guerra. I would think that he might have a busy Monday or Tuesday.
He ought to.
At the contest, that's it.
Ball into open territory. Getting there first is Enright. Tries to play a bit of tunnel ball. Hayes tries to pick it up. And another bounce.
I say he ought to. The rules of charging were changed, rewritten a few years ago to prevent that kind of thing.
I agree with you, Tim.
Gee, it's hot in the trenches at the moment, but pounded beautifully to get it to Black. Now Del Santo, one of the Saints' young guns. Classy sidestep to half forward. The kick was good too. But it's a free kick going Geelong's way.
It's yours.
Mark taken by Enright.
Nick! Come on.
Corey Enright to half forward. McCarthy's there, so is Graham. Neither could mark. Follow the ball as Maguire. To Ball. Coughed it up. Milburn lost it. Shit. Absolutely no quarter given at the moment. Desperate stuff. Push the Saints by 5 points.
Push and shove off the ball, 80 metres off the ball between Mooney and Guerra. Guerra gone to full forward.
Young Kane Tenace getting the call. Meanwhile, Baker takes it away. All Black arriving hard. Riccardi might have kept going there. Got it now. Milburn, who's gone forward for the moment. Big play fair. Just didn't quite make the sweetest of contact. And the Saints do pretty well. Jones working it clear. This is Haynes over it for Geelong. And he comes out of it with a free.
You got the kick. Can't walk away. You've got the kick.
The Saints came out smoking last week and shook Essendon in the early part. Geelong have tried to gird their loins for them tonight, but my golly. Now that again was high, and it was a little on the reckless side.
Got to protect the play with the head over the footy.
Exactly. You've got to protect the head.
I like the look of David Haynes. Coming from West Coast, of course. Just attacks the football hard and strong. He will be a fine acquisition to the Cats.
To restore the lead. And he does it beautifully. Cats by a point.
Well, certainly a free kick. And he does well to go back and put it through the middle.
Played just about every game with the Eagles last year. He is a more than useful player up forward, an extra option for the Cats.
Aussie Jones in picture, been taken out of the action really well. Hasn't had a disposal in the first 14 minutes of play. He's been running red hot for St Kilda in the Wizard Cup. Good coaching by Mark Thompson.
Jared Waitley, what's happening with Cameron Ling?
He's just been tidied up in the rooms. He's got a gash under his left eye, which has required plenty of treatment.
Saints go into attack. Guerra. Riccardi, slung out of the way. Mooney's under pressure. Power off the ground, not quite. Geelong out of danger. Sanderson somehow finds a teammate in Corey. They did it well. Here's Enright under pressure. Back to Riccardi. Well played, Lenny Hayes. Great courage from both men. But he's flying everywhere. Another bounce. This is great stuff.
Aaron Hamill yet to touch the footy.
Powell off, Harvey on for the Saints. Chapman caught high.
He just gave him a slap on the nut. Cop that.
And he won't mind this kind of contest.
He'll relish it. Be an interesting night for Aaron Hamill.
Harley, poor kick. It's all St Kilda. And the mark taken by Maguire.
And by that, you know, he enjoys being the hunter. Tonight he'll be hunted. Let's see how he handles it.
The veteran dual Brownlow medalist just about turning it over here. Blake under the hammer. Chapman does pretty well. Saints with numbers. And Harvey's able to mop up his own mess. And Riewoldt has it again.
Too quick for Harley.
For just about any defender in the game. Spriggs caught under the awkward ball. Milne dangerous. How will it bounce? Sanderson panicked. Guerra's dangerous. Goddard now under the pump. Guerra surrounded, did pretty well, and gets a free.
Let himself down, David Spriggs.
You got the kick, Brad? Just jumped over the top of him, okay?
He'll be disappointed.
Jumped over the top of him. Brad's ball.
Now the ball should be up Geelong's end. Spriggs going back with the flight of the footy. Opted not to continue on, and well, you just can't do that. As it turns out, Guerra, the villain in the early stages of the game, having a shot at goal.
And he is a very good kick. He can kick them from beyond 50, as he showed in St Kilda's second round match here against Richmond. This to give St Kilda back the lead. And it is swinging back and forth early. Tremendous start. Success-starved fans here in vast numbers. Telstra Dome almost full. Went Guerra, whose photo might be on Geelong dartboards next week. Might also be on a list that appears at Tribunal headquarters. Has put St Kilda in front for the second time.
Both inside.
And there we see David Spriggs letting himself and his team down. Cost his team a goal. And more than that, because Grant Thomas will be highlighting it at quarter time.
Saints by 5 points. Hayes to Harvey. Xavier Clark. Centering kick. Enright has worked hard and well in defence. Milburn. Now Harley goes out wide in front of Sanderson. Snapping his heels is Clark. And that's a bit of professional defensive work from Brenton Sanderson.
Well, Xavier Clark started, taken off, couple of fumbles, and his coach has brought him back on. His team's got the ascendancy. Good coaching move. Give him a chance to just settle down before quarter time. Does a terrific job, Blake, as a part-time ruckman.
To Harvey, to Milne. And Stephen Milne had a shot at goal, 40 metres out, almost directly in front.
Well, just wonderful disposal by Robert Harvey.
Angle's right.
Raleigh, his opponent, couldn't do much with that. And again, we'll have a look at the part-time ruckman. Sets up the little handball, then he puts the block on, gives Harvey space and time, and he puts it on the chest of the little man.
No one loves a goal more than Stephen Milne. Just sense at the moment, Robert, perhaps the Saints getting a little bit on top. No, it's early days. What do you think? The Saints...
Oh, well, they've just come out of the blocks firing. I guess that hit by Guerra, you would have liked to have seen a stronger defence of Cameron Ling, who's one of their leaders. We haven't seen it.
Cameron Ling back. Patched up job. St Kilda by 11 points. And starting to roll. Umpire Rowe bouncing the footy. Noble winning, well, that's a Blake rather.
Held to him, my ball.
Another ball up. This one will be thrown up.
Let's go.
Cats having to try and soak up the pressure here, and coach looking as though he's starting to work the interchange bench. Rewald climbing in to help Blake. Haynes. Untidy kick, but on the end of it, Milburn by McCarthy.
That's a dead call.
Shocking kick.
Yeah, disappointing kick.
Penny, who lined up at half-back on Graham in the Hamill direction, all coming at him hard, Mooney.
Well,
over his shoulder.
Mooney had one thing in mind, and
he's given it to him too.
He had one thing in mind, Cameron Mooney.
Knocking his head off. You could lip read.
Schwarz now. And St Kilda look good again, and Rewalt is within range, although that angle will test him.
Well, I think it's time to make the move. Probably do it at quarter time. I would think that Harley off Rewalt, Milburn onto him.
Saints by 11. Testing shot this for Riewoldt. Had his eye in so far. Not this time. Gehrig almost. Might still. He does. No, he hasn't. Goal umpire with different ideas. Don't think Gehrig really appreciates the decision.
Well,
Margin 12.
I reckon he had 3 balks before he got boot on ball, Tim. It was a terrific effort. And Spriggs has just been benched. He's been replaced by Hunt.
A couple of footies out of the ground at the moment.
Grab the footy, get him to grab the footy.
Scarlett in the back pocket. Good kick and an excellent mark.
Stood his ground. Stood his ground, Kelly. Very well done. Less than a minute of play. Can they get a goal?
Well, they trail by 2 straight kicks. That's 2 6-pointers. Good kick to half forward.
Goal would be a great result for the Cats.
Haynes has been pretty good. He goes long. We need a big Geelong mark here if you're a Cats fan. Well done by the Saints. And they clear once again. Answering the challenges at the moment of the St Kilda team. As Guerra's away. One last gasp here for St Kilda. He drives it long into the pocket. Gehrig wrestles. Here's a chance for Riewoldt. To Hamill. Misses everything.
Just a super play by Riewoldt. Pulled out of the marking contest knowing Gehrig would come, and then became the crummer at ground level. Set Aaron Hamill up, and he's put it out of bounds.
So marking in the back pocket is play fair.
That's mine.
And that is quarter time, and what a quarter it was.
And wouldn't a goal to Hamill have been a crushing psychological blow for the Saints if he could have nailed that?
Well, Mooney tried to take his head off, and he told him so too. But at quarter time here at Telstra Dome, as we have a look at this, there's the little clip behind the ear.
Yeah, cop that. And I reckon that's the best first quarter of a pre-season grand final that I've ever seen.
Quarter time in the Wizard Cup grand final of 2004, and the Saints lead the Cats by 12 points on your Premiership Network. Snared by Black, sweeping handle to Riewoldt, who sidesteps Harley from 50 metres out from a standing start, and the Saints get there first. Quarter time at the Telstra Dome in the Wizard Cup Grand Final of 2004, and it's the Saints 4-1, leading Geelong 2-1. Riewoldt was the only multiple goal scorer so far. He had an outstanding first quarter with 7 disposals, 3 marks, 2 goals. Robert Walsh, Tim Lane, what a quarter. He had everything.
It was a terrific quarter of football. The action was there. They came in really hard. This is at the opening bounce, and Guerra just cleans up Cameron Ling. He'll have some, well, answering to do, I've got no doubt, later in the week. The disappointing thing was we didn't see much reaction from Geelong. Too many of their midfielders hardly had a touch. Spriggs 1, Ablett 1, Bartel 3, Corey 1. And there we see Mooney making life hard for Aaron Hamill, and he has struggled to get into the game in this first quarter.
55 disposals of the ball each, but St Kilda leading by 2 goals with target forward, something the Cats lack.
And you could just lip read there, couldn't you?
And on right of screen at the bottom there, John Nichols, my old coach.
Look at those steely blue eyes.
Yes, Tommy Hafey at the other end, and Mighty Mick.
Let's recognise Tommy in the suit.
Yeah, it's an unusual sight as we go to Sheridan Christie.
Yeah, Cameron Ling's got a couple of staples put into his cheekbone just to close the skin up there, and the sticking plaster over the top. He barely got out of a canter for the rest of the quarter, so the heavy hit has certainly had an impact on him. Paul Chambers also treated for a bloodied nose. He's got some cotton wool stuffed up there now, and Gary Ablett starts the quarter on the bench.
Interesting to note with St Kilda that they are yet to use Kajitsky. He's starting this quarter on the bench again. He's been in his tracksuit pants doing a lot of warming up, trying to keep his hamstring warm, but Thomas is yet to use him.
Here's Ling. Harvey won the football though, gave it straight to Chapman. Now Hunt. Thumping kick. And it'll be play on because it hit the post. Didn't go over the line. And play on. And Kingsley's got a goal. Gee, that's tough on the Saints, I reckon. Well, the ball hit the post, bounced back in, and a free kick was awarded. Kingsley played on and has got the easiest of goals, but gee, they're That might have been a bit hard done by there, the Saints.
Let's have a look at it. And McCarthy misses. Maguire on top of it. I just don't think he made a strong enough effort to get the ball out, Maguire. They're red hot on it at the moment. Now, Aaron Hamill has stepped up to the line. Literally, he stepped up to the line at centre-half forward. Will he charge in?
Margin back to a goal. He doesn't. In fact, he backed away off the line and fooled everybody. Harvey levering it out for the Saints. Now Hamill arrives, but didn't take the ball with him, and his opponent does, and the Cats look good. Mooney and Graham, maybe just outside the 50 paint.
It's just outside 50. Okay?
So, a 9-point chance.
We saw him kick 75-metre goals in practice.
And they were all torpedoes, Steve. I don't think he needs to kick a torpedo here. And Aaron Hamill finally came in, but Mooney, good clearance.
And the start of something big for the Cats, as he found this man with the rangiest boot in the game. This for the lead. A lot of height, enough distance, and it's straight. The Cats are in front. And the coach of their last premiership back in '63 seems to like it.
Well, that was just what the Geelong supporters were hoping for. He's the best kick in their side, probably the best kick in the competition. Aaron Hamill. Now, the bounce didn't really help him, but good, low, clearing kick by Mooney. Finds Ben Graham in front of Luke Penny. He didn't have to go to the torpedo. Drop punt. He can kick a drop punt 65 metres. The torpedo, about 85.
So it is the Cats by 3 points. Here they come again. Ling back inside 50. Graham caught behind. Fisted forward. Beautifully done by Kelly. In the pocket is Kingsley. He's kicked a couple. Good tackle by Schwartz.
Like the effort of Kelly, bouncing ball, kept his eyes on it, prepared to get hit. He got his fist on it.
Please, can't stand. Sorry, get behind him. You can't stand in front of him.
Hold off the ball, let him run it.
Sorry, got it.
St Kilda have started with Blake. Usually they start with Noble in the ruck of the quarter, start of each quarter.
Here's Kelly once again. Bartel took his eye off it at the crucial moment. Forces the turnover. Powell to Del Santo, wrapped up. Quick hands, Geelong back inside 50. Maguire couldn't hold on to the mark. Tackle by Haynes, forced to let it go. But the Saints have the numbers. Harvey, well, a couple of skill errors by Robert Harvey in this game so far. Allows Geelong back into the picture. Hunt fires the handball to Chapman, to Ling on his wrong side, so forced the handball. Joel Corey goes backwards, left foot snap into the goal square. Kingsley plays on, gets his third.
Nothing wrong with that. What man-on-man contest? No.
Stunning turnaround this.
Well, they've come out all guns blazing, Geelong, in this second quarter. They've certainly been more ferocious, more determined, and the ball belted forward. Good little side bump there by Kent Kingsley on Schwartz. Just enough to get him off balance, take the mark, put it through.
Two goals to Kingsley in a Geelong onslaught. They trailed by 12 points at quarter time. 4 minutes and 10 seconds into this quarter, they lead by 9 points.
Well, the Saints haven't got it inside their 50-metre area in this second term. I would think Noble has to come on and ruck.
Del Santo working it to Black. Now Rewalt leading Harley to it again. Harley might prefer it on the deck, but Rewalt has consummate skills. Couldn't quite keep it in.
There's Kazitsky and Noble sitting next to him.
Spriggs on the bench had a bad moment in the first quarter, one he'll want to atone for at the first opportunity. Blake has rucked well. Clark now taken away from goal. Harvey having a lot of it since coming off the bench. Cleverly weighted kick. Strong attempt, Hamill. Del Santo caught in the middle of trouble. Guerra, non-preferred. Very good kick. Great goal.
You called it, Tim, on his non-preferred side. Very much a left footer is Guerra. Good contest by Aaron Hamill. Del Santo and Guerra capable enough to put it on the right boot and hook it through. Spent most of his time with Port Adelaide as an interchange player, working hard to become a regular here with the Saints.
2 super goals to Brent Guerra. He is playing a vital part in this game in more ways than one. And the Saints get it back to within 3 points. What a great pickup he's been from the power. Just 21 years of age.
Aaron Hamill, this is a replay earlier in this quarter, set to go forward. You can see Mooney's been instructed, don't let him have a clear, uninterrupted run into that centre bounce. So Mooney's job is to block the run.
Hamill using a bit of Shane Warne type gamesmanship, starting to go forward, sucking everyone in.
Cats going to attack again through Enright. Good kick. Graham just couldn't hang on to it. But getting the spoils is Chapman. From 48 has a ping at the goals. Just the one behind.
What a spirited affair this is. Now,
footy on the ground, guys.
2 footies out there.
Thanks, Troy.
Troy Schwarz within his rights to kick the ball in, even though the flags were being waved under the rules of this comp, but there was another footy on the ground, so right, the umpire held it up. Now Penny. And back to Schwarz as the Saints try and create some room and some run. Now Black. Sitting that up. Don't think he liked it much. Milburn and Harley. Hayes arriving. Hamill riding shotgun. Well done to Powell. St Kilda dangerous again. Bounce beat Milne. Sanderson. Milburn buried. Ball up.
I think the Cat supporters thought there might have been a free kick a little bit earlier. No, that's a good call. Not too high.
Umpire Rowe tosses it up.
Knock it out! Knock it out!
Milburn did well. Raleigh, who's had the job on Milne and done OK. Scarlett. Cats working hard, and Haynes now can try and build up for them.
Scarlett's 9th disposal, highest for any of the Geelong players. Amazing for a fullback.
Running onto it is Chapman. Snapping at his heels is Baker. Kept it alive. Scooted around into the goal square. Now, is that a rush behind? No.
Shit, looked deliberate to me.
Yep. Did to me too, but...
deliberately hit the ball through. Now, this is a good matchup. Cameron Ling on Lenny Hayes. Lenny Hayes, just the 3 disposals for the game thus far. One of the best taggers in the game is Cameron Ling, because not only can he stop his direct opponent, he can get plenty of the ball himself.
Jones steering it very skillfully, and Voss receiving out on the flank. Cats by 5 points, stirring tussle so far. Been a great match. Schwarz the target, beaten for numbers. Haynes shrugged him, ambitious but clever. And the Cats are dangerous. Chapman now. Ling didn't cover the distance, play on. One-on-one, Hunt. Well done by Jones, kept his cool, edged his opponent out and clears strongly for St Kilda and places it perfectly, but Blake makes a meal of it. Fights on, now Maguire, Saints off the hook.
Hamill, being conspicuous by his absence, he's locked up again.
Good
He's
tackle.
done all the 1%ers though, in fairness to him.
Milburn, good tackle.
Here's the rush behind a moment ago. It was a volleyball dig. I reckon Matt Maguire's played a bit of volleyball. It looked like a 3-pointer to me.
Should have been 3-pointer.
Ling puts the Cats back inside 50. Spills to Maguire. Now, Hamill was being held there. So Hamill gets his 4th touch to half forward. Raleigh has the handball smothered by Powell. Corey. Gee, it's pressure out there. Now Raleigh finds Haynes.
I like him.
He's having a good game. The kick. Just didn't quite find his target, but Kingsley should go back here. He got caught round the neck.
It's 6 points ago.
He's going back the right thing, Rob, or might he have gone on? He'd found a bit of space.
Now, these are the goals he needs to kick. These are the goals he needs to kick from about 50 metres, 48 metres out.
We had a big last quarter last week, and he's already got 3 goals in this match, Kent Kingsley.
Well, Nick Riewoldt, 11 minutes into this second quarter, struggling to be an impact. He was just sensational in that first quarter. Then again, Geelong have made sure the ball's been in their front half.
Twice the leading goal kicker for the Cats. In he comes.
6 points, 6 points.
And only a point there for Geelong.
Yeah, mate.
So it would have been 7 goals in his last quarter and a half.
Yes.
Had that sailed through. 6 ain't bad. Cats having the better of it at the moment. Del Santo with the kicking in duties here. Maguire on the half volley. The umpire not satisfied. He picked it up on the full, and that's well smothered by Bartel.
And just terrific play by Bartel. He didn't rush. He didn't rush and be sidestepped. He just corralled his opponent, did enough to force him to kick on his non-preferred side, able to smother it.
Saints being tested here. A lot of resolve from Geelong. Voss clears for St Kilda. 2 against Riewoldt. Playfair almost marking it. Corey now. Sanderson will be under the hammer. Playfair. Now Rook. Nothing at home for the Cats other than McCarthy. One grab. And he might run on and go all the way. Cats by 12 points. Producing a rousing second quarter in this Wizard Cup final.
And Tim, the courage of McCarthy, I hope we can get a good look at it. Here, Guerra buries somebody, but let's have a look at this. McCarthy running back, eyes on the footy, contests it, doesn't mark it, follows up and puts it through. That's the best bit of play that I've seen from that young fella. Fantastic, courageous football.
Cats by 12 points. Harvey. Advantage played as the Saints are away. This is Powell. He drills it long. Riewoldt. Sport well by Harley. Sanderson. To half back. Kicks good. Finds Kelly. Kelly wastes no time as he goes long to the 50. Graham wrestles with his opponent Penny. Good carriage. That's Voss. And he's got the free kick.
Yeah, he gave a good contest, Ben Graham. Okay.
So Voss to the wing. Oh. And ball. Might have almost hyperextended the knee there.
Trent Noble on. Blake off.
Aaron. Tom.
Ball looking for Riewoldt. Sport by Mooney. Corey. Hamill through the pack. Tapped it to Hayes. To Harvey. Sweeping handball was a beauty to Del Santo. Backed himself. Couldn't quite get away from Harley. Might have another crack at it. Clever little kick round the corner to Aussie Jones, who ran on down the field. And Aussie from point-blank range should kick a goal.
Well, a nice setup for Aussie, but Aussie has been dragged out of the play. He's only touched the ball 3 times in this game, and he's been probably the Saints, well, in the top 2 or 3 throughout the Wizard Cup series, and he's just backed himself and gone the distance of the field. No good this being dragged back to the back pocket. Let him into the action.
So the Saints get one back. Just a straight kick in it now. 43 plays 37. Let's have a look at Luke Ball. Looks like he might have hyperextended the knee there on landing.
Brilliant hand pass by Harvey. He's had 11 uses of the ball. Started on the bench. He's had more of it than anyone out there.
There goes Aussie being dragged back to the back pocket again. And Luke Ball, let's hope he's okay.
He's still out there, so everything seems okay.
Other end of the ground, there's Matty Scarlett and Fraser Gehrig. Scarlett 9 disposals, Gehrig just the 2 and only 1 behind against his name.
Noble on now. Harvey for possession number 12. Been outstanding. Milburn had it spent before he pocketed the money. Gives to Harley. Now Haynes with Voss coming over the top and getting into his back. Interesting call.
You were nowhere near the ball, mate.
Mark Bozzo dishing it out.
Leads into the ball, this young fella. He's going to be terrific for the Cats.
Now Kingsley.
To me, please. Come back to me. Here it
Very
is.
tight angle out there.
What's he do,
right
Tim? For a bloke who's not a great shot at goal, does he have a shot or does he set it up on top of the goal square and let Benny Graham go for a hanger?
Within range, I think he's got to have a go, doesn't he?
I'll tell you in a couple of seconds.
No. So he's missed twice in this quarter, but has kicked 3 for the night. Geelong by 7 points.
Andrew Thompson on for St Kilda, his first run.
Beautiful mark by Rewald. He's had a quiet second term, though. That's his 4th mark for the match. Harvey coming into the game to Ball, to Penny. Raking left foot kick. Raleigh forced to spoil. Milburn front and centre. Advantage play. It'll come back.
The free kick down here, downfield. There's a downfield free kick. Right up, get it. It's a downfield free kick. Bring it back to your advantage. Down sharp. It's down here, it's advantage downfield. Here it is, please, Nick.
So that's all explained beautifully by the umpire. There's Geelong. Go to half forward. Oh, it's a free kick against Bartel. That was a bit obvious.
See it. Back up here, James. Thanks. Just went straight into Merlin, mate, okay? Straight in the back.
Kazitsky on it, centre half forward.
Front on contact. Advantage. Advantage. Advantage.
Thompson from 49. No, it's for 9, says the umpire. Thought he was just inside the line, but the it's in the perfect position, but it didn't matter in the end as Thompson gets just the 1 point. It's 6-point ball game. Cats 44, Saints 38.
Thank you.
This is Jared Rook. Sanderson, his target, it was optimistic. Harvey is chalking up possessions. And we'll need to get more chalk. He's up to 15. Hamill mown down. They haven't missed him tonight. Ling off to Milburn. Cleverly to Spriggs. Given another chance. Good delivery. Kingsley marked it just inside the 50. Distance the big test here. Good long ball. Very good ball. He's done it. He has 4. And just at the moment, the Cats have the answers.
And look at this tackle. Gee, that's a good tackle. That helps set up this goal for Geelong. Interesting with Kent Kingsley. I reckon he's a better kick when he doesn't go back and line it up, when he pretty much plays on. So he's got that rhythm and got the momentum going. And he's had a ripper second quarter.
There's the great tackle by Jared Rook that in the end resulted in the goal of the Cats. 50 plays 38. Harvey has had 10 touches in the second quarter for St Kilda.
My ball now, fellas. So let's ourselves out, please. Thanks, Corey. Thanks, Corey. Jack. Eyes up, eyes up. Play on, that's it. Play on.
Ball courageously with his head over the footy. Unlucky not to get a free kick there.
Again. He jumped over him, he jumped over him. Hey, settle down, Gary, no need. Ball. Eyes on it. Ruckman coming in.
There's Baker on Gary Ablett. Gary Ablett just had the one touch, been on the bench most of this second quarter.
Spriggs kicks it into the open spaces. Riccardi will get there first, the old-timer, who's got two Saints to beat. Well played, Del Santo. Rosie Jones, Riccardi won't give up. Good hard footy as Del Santo eventually numbers win out as he gets it back to Jones, and that's a good kick to Rewald.
It's a brilliant kick on his non-preferred side. Just coming into the game again. There's Kazitsky on the lead.
But made the change on Kingsley too, Robert. Schwartz coming off.
Well, he's just been outplayed in this second term.
Inside the last 4 minutes, late goals will be big. Jones, beautifully. Noble, 9-point opportunity. Not sure how he goes from out there. He's tempted by the idea. Can see his name in lights.
Oh, at the back. If you want to give yourself a couple, you can.
Goddard, by the way, Tim, is the man that's picked up Kingsley.
That's an interesting one, isn't it? Goddard playing virtually at full-back. Here goes Goddard for the handball received, not given.
Noble very interested in the shot. Hooked it out near the behind post. Gehrig is there. Hasn't really had a look in against Scarlett, who's been magnificent. And Sanderson, the skipper's been good too. And the Cats are away. My word, this has been a fine quarter by Geelong. Aussie Jones has become dangerous forward of the centre in this turn. Treading water here. Sanderson chops it off. Geelong's defence has been magnificent. Ling, Mooney, Ling, Sanderson, Ling, getting themselves in and out of trouble. Cool head from Cameron Ling under that carrot top. And now Tenace.
That's yours.
Clever little loop over the top. Haynes couldn't quite hang on to it against the Baker spoil. Ablett, good work Baker, really pressured him. Tenace, tremendous footy this. Bad bounce for Spriggs. And Harvey, just too accomplished for him. Spriggs gives away a reckless free. Might have opened the door here. Hayes drawing the tackler. Beautiful delivery. Gehrig should finish. He doesn't.
So clever by Lenny Hayes. And Gehrig was free because as Geelong took that attack from their back line to the wing, Scarlett was in front of the ball on the half-forward flank, ready to receive. They just needed one more link in the chain, the Cats. They didn't get it, and therefore the rebound found Gehrig a mile by himself.
Let's go, Brenton, let's go.
Not much to kick to for Brenton Sanderson. So he sneaks a few metres and goes long. Saints get it back. Ball. Good pass. And Aaron Hamill will have a shot at goal. He's had 4 disposals. Hasn't bothered the scorers as yet. As always, though, about a dozen 1%ers from Aaron Hamill.
This is just what the Cats didn't need in the last minute, 90 seconds of play, for the Saints to come back and get one just before half-time.
Test of Hamill's mettle too.
Yes, my word it is. Usually pretty good at these shots.
Thanks, Cameron.
Five-point ball game as we near half-time. Geelong 50, St Kilda 45.
Well, in the last, good pass there by Ball, but you can see Mooney behind him at least 10 metres, just fell off him. This is a big test for Cameron Mooney. I doubt if he's ever played as a centre-half back for half a game of league football. Will he be able to work his way through? And as we see, Rook now opposed to Hamill.
Okay, straight at the footy again.
Dying seconds of the half. St Kilda back within a kick. Enright gaining metres for Geelong, and now Corey gains a whole lot more, and McCarthy can line them up and restore the 2-kick advantage for the Cats. But what a test this is at the other end of the ground.
He's not the most reliable of kicks, is he?
There are those at Geelong who say that his kicking is not as bad as his reputation would suggest. Let's see. The man on the mark just over 20 metres out. Peninsula Grammar boy who played amateur footy with old Zavs. Right on half-time. Has done it. And the Cats lead by 11 points. That's a huge goal. And the half will end as it began.
Matty, Ben. Hey, Ben. Matty, don't grab him. Matty McGuire, don't grab him.
It limped home.
And good to see Ben Graham talking up his younger teammates.
Watching you. Macca, watching you.
Well, that is half-time in the Wizard Cup as it's on at full forward at Geelong. At the Geelong end, but the umpire quickly comes in and breaks it up. This game has had everything, Robert Walls. It's a cracker.
Well, I just thought at quarter-time Geelong's effort was ordinary. In the next 25 minutes, they turned it all around. In fact, in the first 3 minutes after the quarter-time break, you could tell that they were back on, and they were really, really strong at the footy and got it quick into their forward line. They were able to kick 6 goals in that second quarter. One of them a super goal, and St Kilda kicked just the 3. So they go in at half-time with a very handy
grand final of 2004. The Cats lead the Saints by 11 points now. Come on, Cats and Saints fans. They're busting a gut out there. Now's your chance to lend a hand in 2004. Buy a membership ticket. It's the lifeblood of all the clubs. For the St Kilda team, 9559 6699. And for the Cats, 52 447 447. Get on the phone and buy a membership ticket as we go to Christy Malthouse and Gerard Waitley.
Well, quarters most pleasing for the Geelong coaching staff was the lift in intensity in the second quarter, and they haven't left anything in the bag. You could tell the way they left the ground at half-time. Players have absolutely exhausted. Ablett and Milburn start on the bench, interestingly.
Well, I think you'll find that St Kilda should have fairly fresh legs in the second half. Grant Thomas has really used his bench in both of those quarters, really rotating through the midfield. So they may have the fresher legs in the second half. We'll have to see. Blake is possibly their only injury concern. He's come out of that break with heavy padding strapped to his right side, but he seems to be moving okay.
Brett Voss has been moved on to Kent Kingsley.
As the Saints go into attack first in his third term. Aussie Jones looking for Rewaltz. Sport by Harley. There's Raleigh. Great hard tackle by Guerra. Stephen Milne. Handballs as he ran into an open goal. I don't believe it. Lenny Hayes is a recipient. And that is something you will not see in Stephen Milne's football career too often. But good on him. That was a sensible play. Great teamwork. And the Saints get the important first goal.
Well, quick on the turn, Aussie Jones. We'll have a look at the Guerra tackle here. Bang. Frees up the footy. And we see Stephen Milne do something which he doesn't do all that often, and that is share the footy near the goals. And he makes the right decision, and Lenny Hayes puts it through. Had a pretty quiet first half, has Hayes, and you can see he's been moved to the forward line. Now there's Mooney, just a little bit of a knee to the back of the hamstring. Like to see that again, actually.
The umpire was right there, did nothing about it, so must have thought it was just a bit of byplay.
Margin 5 points. Hamill really came charging in that time, didn't make it in time. Guerra, who's been his sidekick tonight, long ball, Rewald swamped then. High tackle, Geelong free kick, Harley's ball. The battle goes on.
The free kick, it's too high. Back here, let it go. Corey!
Let's have a look at now. That is a knee to the buttock.
Mark's here, too high, tackle.
Playful tap.
Umpire Vozzo was right there, so obviously nothing too much here.
What did you say, Stu? Jim?
Well, a playful tap.
A playful tap.
There was a message, but not a lot of malice, I wouldn't have thought. Noble now for St Kilda. Raleigh having to wait to see how it bounced. Milne bearing down, clever little kick. Ling on the wrong side, controls it well, but the Saints with the numbers. And Noble over the top, doing it well. St Kilda looking for a goal to prize back the lead. Not a great kick from Noble. And a steady mark from Rook, who's been good since coming off the bench. And now Ling.
And his kick finds Josh Hunt. Solid customer he is. Good kick too to Kingsley, who's led hard. Spoiled by Voss. Kingsley won the football. Good tackle, Voss.
Great tackle by Brett Voss, because
Good tackle.
Kingsley had a teammate coming through inboard.
Chapman has a couple of ounces. Maguire couldn't hang on to it. It's 1 point.
The margin is one straight kick. Ball, a good option there. Hasn't had a major influence. Thankfully, doesn't seem to have done any harm to his knee. Coming down a little awkwardly after taking a second quarter mark. Not a great kick, but Black weathering the storm and weathering it pretty well. Needing Maguire though. Geelong applying tremendous pressure. Del Santo. Enright now. High centering ball. McCarthy under it. Big thump Noble. Jones now. Confidently and cleverly to Voss, and the Saints are away.
Well, Goddard's free at half-back. Can the ball get there? It does. So Goddard hemmed in by Haynes. Did well to kick the ball 50 metres in the end. Harley could have got a free kick. Umpire said play on.
Could have got two.
Now Kelly. Back to Chapman. Goes into the middle and finds Hunt.
Here it is. Thanks, Nick. Keep coming.
Harley a bit shattered after that one.
Well, Benny Graham's got to give them something. He's only had the one disposal for the game.
Ball ricochets to Del Santo and the Saints are away. Now ball straight down the middle. Looks for Rewell. Harley in front. Here's Milne. Just bangs it onto the boot. Scarlett did well. Out-muscled Gehrig again. He's having a great game. Is Scarlett. The handball ends up with Sanderson. Short to Ling. Just doesn't look 100% after getting crunched at the opening bounce. Throw in.
Well, he did. Now let's see. 2 in 1. And that really shook him up, Tom Harley.
He's nailed a few Guerra tonight, hasn't he?
Oh, yeah, he's gone after them all.
Geelong by a goal. Terrific pressure on the Cat defence at the moment. Well done, Ling to Kelly. Now Enright. Bold stuff from the Cats, but that's a poor kick. Noble, the loose man back.
That's what he needs to do. Noble, get the handball off Tim.
Now Goddard starting to find some space down that side. Wonderful mobility for a tall young man. Rewald and Harley. Harley played it well. Graham, second kick. Amounted to nothing. Saints gain a few metres.
You see Cameron Ling in picture. Now, he's pretty exhausted, but so too is his opponent, Robert Harvey. Harvey had a sensational second quarter, and Ling has been moved onto him. This will be a wonderful contest. Two very, very gifted players.
Harvey has 18 disposals. Ling has got 16. Driving kick inside the Saints 50. Scarlett did beautifully again. But here's Milne. Can he run under the foot? He can't. That's too high. It's a free kick.
Again, super effort by Scarlett to get the fist on the footy.
He's having a great night, isn't he, Robert?
Oh, he's just having a wonderful game. Fraser Gehrig really struggling to get near it.
Sanderson deep in defence. Good hard running by Harley. That's tremendous work. And his kick finds McCarthy.
2 second quarter goals. Now Chambers, as the Cats try and find the way home. Doesn't come as easily to them as it does for the Saints. And Voss in front of Kingsley. Stout mark.
Yeah, poor kick by Chambers because he kicked it to his direct opponent, Trent Noble, who was with Voss. Kingsley, 1 against 2, was never going to win.
The arm wrestle on now. Goddard receiving. Gone for the white boots early in his career. Miscued, falls short. McCarthy attacked it. The bounce beat everybody. And here is Harvey again. Hamill now, a long way from home. An open 50 though. Takes a long time to find something he likes. That something is Andrew Thompson. Now Harvey. Good move not to go for goal, but he didn't execute the pass. Corey, well done. Threaded the eye of the needle. Kelly, long, Maguire in the way. Fine mark.
Well, Benny Graham's just got to give a stronger contest.
Hold it! Now, I'm going to make you waste my time. Take it easy. It's your kick. Just take it easy.
And the tackle's just been turned around in this third term. Geelong's tackled so well in that second quarter. Got the score on the board. St Kilda have come out, and we thought they would, and more than matching Geelong in that area.
Penny at half-back. Noble has worked hard to get to half-forward and takes the mark in front of Playfair.
And the Cats have got plenty of players back, putting the flood on.
Hamill, one out with Mooney. Rook just in the nick of time and finds Chapman. This is a great, tight, tough, hard game of football. We've had some duds in recent seasons with the pre-season grand final, but this ain't one of them. This is a beauty. And the Cats lead the Saints by one straight kick.
Chapman with Hamill trying to find a way at him. Chapman does well with some help from Harley. Oh, Gary got him just on delivery. Ablett! Oh, what a good mark. Cats really lifting here to the challenge, and Scarlett has been inspirational all night. Probing ball to an open 50. Kingsley was held. Yes, he was.
And another then 50. Yeah, abusive language from Voss. But what about Scarlett taking the Ablett pass on the wing, 90 metres away from Fraser Gehrig? Fraser Gehrig just has to run with Scarlett when he takes off. He hasn't done it, and he is paying a heavy price. His team is paying a heavier price. Matty Scarlett, sensational.
For number 5, and the Cats lead by 12 points.
And here we see the Ablett mark. That's in the centre of the ground.
Even the drop of the head, like his illustrious father, as he took the ball overhead.
And the unmanned Matthew Scarlett able to get that ball on the wing and set it up.
And a rare breach of discipline from Brett Voss.
Kingsley has 5. Voss has steam coming out of the ears. And it is the Cats by 2 straight kicks. Past the halfway mark of the third term. Baker getting in front as Gehrig has got a lift. And he's been pinged, Lenny Hayes.
You've got to move it on. Play on.
A very in-your-face kind of umpire.
Scarlett, kick is good. Finds Playfair. Squeezes the kick out wide to Ablett. He's got a man on over the top. Done it beautifully. Here's Enright. Can he use the footy? He looks for Graham and finds him. Well played, Ablett. Well played, Enright. And now, Benny Graham. We're kicking from about 48 metres out. Slight angle. And once again, this is well within his range.
And whilst all this is going on, 6, 7 Geelong players have gone to Matty Scarlett on that full back line and said, well done, you set it up. It was similar to the last goal, where we saw the ball cleared from defence to the middle corridor, out wide to the wing. Ablett involved again, and then the kick to a forward.
He's had 1 kick for 1 goal, and now it's 2 for 2. The biggest lead of the match, and it is out to 18 points in favour of Geelong.
Xavier Clark overcommitted there and left his opponent behind him to be an easy handball received from Gary Ablett. And that set the big man up for his second kick and his second goal.
And surely he'll play an attack all year.
Riewoldt has been moved to full forward. Gehrig up at centre-half forward.
Testing time for St Kilda. They came out with a lot of huff and puff. Are they paper tigers? Clark has not had an impact. Another ball up.
Thanks, Over.
Been interesting, Tim. At every centre bounce, I've watched Aaron Hamill, and not once has he charged in with any real resolve.
Good tackle, my ball.
And that's what Mark Thompson commented on 2 days ago. War of words. And you'd have to say that it's worked in Geelong's favour, because Aaron Hamill is restrained in the way in which he's playing.
Ablett not a lot of game time in the first half, but has been involved in both of the build-ups that have led to the last 2 goals. Corey seizing the opportunity. Ablett waited for Ling, who got there second.
Thanks, Cameron. I'm going straight back again, guys. Arms up again,
28 minutes game time for Ablett.
You can see Fraser Gehrig has been given a run in the ruck, trying to get him into the action, because he is stone cold at the moment.
Reckless tackle by Ablett. Harvey's ball.
And it just relieves Gehrig from the pressures of Scarlett. And Fraser Gehrig would be saying, thank goodness for that.
Cats by 18 points. After St Kilda clearly won the first quarter. And here's Gehrig. Leading play fair to the ball, wanting to play on off him.
Well, you'd have to say, Grant Thomas, good coaching, because this fellow hasn't been able to get a kick on Scarlett, so he gives him an easier option.
Hamill, the only hope, was buried amidst a sea of them. Guerra kicks a goal. His third. One in every quarter to Brent Guerra, who read it like Kevin Bartlett then.
He did, Tim, and the kick was long and to a dangerous spot. There were more Geelong players there. It's a long kick to a dangerous spot. Plenty of cats up. They couldn't get a fist on it. That ball had to go forward. Got over the back, and the opportunist took full advantage. And Fraser Gehrig to contest the centre bounce. We've seen him at full back with the Eagles. We've seen him at full forward with the Saints. Never seen him in a centre bounce contest.
And Brent Guerra continues to have a big say in this game. 3 goals as they cut the margin back to 2 straight kicks. That's a great mark at half-back taken by Rook. Free kick count in this game. 14 Geelong, 9 St Kilda. Ling. Disposal number 17 to Enright. Well spoiled by Clark. He'll end up with the ball in his hands. To Powell. Looking for Hamill. Great kick and an excellent mark taken by Aaron Hamill.
Yeah, they're not easy when you're running that hard at the footy.
Touched off the boot. Guerra might get another one here. He's got 3. He's got 4, has he? It is a ripper. Brent Guerra is on fire with 4 goals. How can the power give him away, Robert Walls?
Well, I reckon he's got himself into the St Kilda starting 18 for round 1. He's played a really good game. That was a super goal. Tight angle, hooked around the body. Let's have a look at it again. Stephen Powell, he's plodding along, gets the ball. It's a good mark by Hamill, and he very quickly moves it on. No messing around. Hooks the kick. That is wonderful.
A discernible lift in the Saints' intensity in the last 2 or 3 minutes.
New ruckman Tim Kazitsky.
Bartel defensive side, great tackle Hayes. Well battled play fair. Now Tenace. Great effort Thompson, who matched the youngster for tenacity. Oh, fine mark. Maguire, is it? No, it's not. It's ball.
Good mark for a midfielder.
Brenton! Just wait.
And the Saints pressing for an equalising goal. Unless he could land it from out there and put them in front.
Well, Luke Ball, this is his 11th disposal. Second highest for St Kilda after Harvey with 23.
He goes beyond Hamilton, Rewald, and almost. Kazitsky launching into the contest there to try and put an imprint on this. Wasn't able to hang on. Great effort, Thompson, at the other end. And that's where it started for St Kilda.
Cats by a goal. Milne, was he held? No, said the umpire.
I reckon the next 10 minutes are the most crucial for Geelong. If they can answer this challenge, well, they're every chance going into the final quarter. If the Saints can kick 2 or 3,
here's Powell.
They will be in trouble.
All clear on time.
Geelong by 5 points. As they waste no time. Scarlett has been told to play on. He doesn't panic, and the kick finds Haynes.
One of the reasons the Cats have to wait in this situation is because most of their numbers are in the back half. They've got to wait for players to push upfield. They really do load their back line. Geelong midfielders don't kick many goals because most of them don't go beyond the centre line. They like to get their kicks across the half-back area. And that's probably an area that Mark Thompson will be working with his side to get goal-kicking midfielders, like the good teams.
Free kick to Geelong, to Graham, against Penny. He's out on the wing. He can't do it from there. In the last 4 minutes of the quarter. 50 is open. Kingsley with 2 against him. McCarthy arriving, and Ablett at ground level. Saints rise to the challenge. Voss to Maguire. Kazitsky with 2 against him. And the numbers prevail. Enright. Spriggs. And McCarthy.
Breaks! Breaks! Just hold it there, it's fine.
Want to square it from there. 65 out on the flank. The 50 crowded.
Let's go!
Be hard to mark in that lot. Ablett! He's conjured something! Catch by 11 points.
Talk about making something out of nothing, Robert.
Oh, yeah, well, he just took that reflex take of the footy, smother, and it stuck, and then bang on the boot, kept it low. He knew what he was doing, and a badly needed goal by Geelong because St Kilda, they were just starting to have plenty of run and start to dominate play. And that is a real saver for the Cats. See the inside 50s, and they've really dropped away in this quarter, Geelong.
The margin at the moment is the same as it was at half-time. So obviously Saints have made no inroads.
Locked in, line.
Harvey has 23 disposals for St Kilda. Ling has 17 and Scarlett 15 for the Cats. Powell. Penetrating kick, Rewald. It's a free kick.
Stephen Milne, you had your left arm all over his shoulder. Your left arm was all over Stephen Milne's shoulder. Your left arm was all over his shoulder, mate. Easy, Nick.
What's he doing to me?
Mate, your left arm was... I'm over that side, and your left arm was all over his shoulder. Mark's here.
Well, Milne's got one. He's 15 metres out. Oh, it's still in play. He's hit the post from 15 out. He's put it out on the full. It's all happening.
I'd written it in the scoreboard book. I can't believe it.
I don't think Stephen Milne can either.
He's given 2 away this quarter.
So Guerra with the football. Looking for Garrick. Hamill's there too. Scarlett, what a game he's had. Mooney's done pretty well too. And a short kick finds Milburn.
Scarlett's been superb.
Again, they wait, Geelong, till their numbers push up to the midfield. They've got numbers galore in the back half.
Raleigh receiving from Sanderson. Harley running for him and hanging on. What a fine mark. He's a valiant performer. Had a horror start tonight against Rewalt, but hasn't wavered. Now Enright. In the last minute, the Cats by 11 points.
Geelong take a lot more marks than St Kilda because of this little chip possession style.
Gary Ablett playing in bursts off the bench.
So we've seen 6 marks and they've taken the ball about 50 metres forward.
Running out of time. Tenace. And that's a good kick to Riccardi. Distance beyond him. He'll need to pick himself up and move things quickly.
I reckon the message might have gone out. Just keep control of it. Let the seconds tick by. Make sure we're in front. Couple of goals up at 3/4 time.
Gee, this is a great opportunity, though. They're not going to be scored against now in the dying seconds. They really need to try and score a bonus goal. Penny. And it doesn't look as though the Cats will get it. Ball. And Geelong take an 11-point lead to the last change of this 2004 Wizard Cup final.
It was just a terrific quarter, Tim. We saw St Kilda come out. Their tackling was much better than what it had been in the second quarter. And the Geelong team, in the end, in the last 10 minutes, they kept their composure, kept control of the footy. And we're going to go into this last quarter with the game in the balance again, as it was at half-time. Both teams putting on a fine show.
3/4 time in the Wizard Cup Grand Final of 2004. And it is the Cats leading the Saints by 11 points. Looking for Hamill, great kick and excellent mark taken by Aaron Hamill.
Yeah, they're not easy when you're running that hard at the footy.
Touched off the move. Guerra might get another one here. He's got 3. He's got 4, has he? It is a ripper. 3/4 time. Geelong 1-10-6-75 leads St Kilda 10-4-64. It's the Cats by 11 points. Kingsley's got 5. Guerra is the major goal scorer for St Kilda with 4. Grant Thomas.
Well, Grant Thomas there speaking to Goddard, Clark and Dal Santo. Words of encouragement, I'm sure, because those 3 youngsters have really struggled to get near the football tonight. They're young, they're inexperienced as far as big-time footy goes. And between them, they've only had about, 15 disposals it is. Robert Harvey, the veteran's had 23 by himself. I would think that the pressure in this game, Tim, would be easily as hard as an AFL game. In fact, more so than a lot of AFL matches.
One of the big questions in the lead-up was which would they all rather win, this or next week's or fortnight's Hence's round 1 encounter.
Let's go down to Christie and Jared.
Well, he's received a lot of attention from the Geelong players, and Aaron Hamill just had to receive a lot of attention from the St Kilda trainers to get him through this last term. As you said, Grant Thomas had plenty to say to his troops. A lot of encouragement, though. They still have their heads up and they're still ready to play out this game. Jared, are you excited?
Nervous. Mark Thompson full of encouragement with his men as he prowled around the huddle. They're still working with their full 24. They can stick to their disciplines. Mark Thompson thinks they're good enough.
So can Geelong win their first flag of any sort in 41 years? All the Saints do it and win another pre-season flag. They won one in 96. We're into the last quarter. It's Geelong by 11 points. Lenny Hayes to Aussie Jones to Nick Riewoldt.
Fraser Gehrig back at full forward with Scarlett.
Riewoldt wastes no time. Oh, two Geelong players spoil each other. Hamill, great smother. Ricochets to Milburn on hands and knees, under pressure. Got it to Mooney, who got it over the top to Enright. Now he's put Scarlett under the hammer. He's under pressure, but the Cats have enough numbers to get out of trouble as Ling gets it in the back pocket.
Hayes gets him, held it to him. There'll be a ball up, which comes as an enormous disappointment to about 30,000 St Kilda fans.
Well, the Riley kick was disappointing to Ling. And good tackle there by Hayes, as you would expect.
Gehrig, Chambers climbing into him, did well. Enright turning it over. Guerra, Milne, dangerous in these situations. Has it got the carry? Oh, it almost wobbled back. The margin is 10 points. It hasn't quite been Stephen Milne's night.
Not yet, anyway.
Thanks, Fraser. It's your limit.
Geelong led by 18 points in the third quarter. Margin now cut back to 10. 50,533 here tonight. That is a brilliant crowd. 50,500, and they're witnessing a very good game of footy. Had a bit of everything. Enright gets the hurry up. And taking the mark for the Saints is Blake. To Aussie Jones. Reloads. Another chance here for the Saints. Riewoldt against Harley. Back of the Packers, Milburn. Did it well to Raleigh and now to Ling. Got a couple of staples in the cheekbone. Drives it long. Graham caught behind. Chapman. Now Spriggs to Graham. Long way from home. From a standing start. Squares it up. Good mark taken by Maguire.
Blake running for him with that big strap on the thigh. Ambitiously draws the tacklers. Harvey, now Maguire. And St Kilda moving quickly out of the back half. Hamill and Mooney jostle. Mooney did okay, as he has done pretty much all night. Hamill saying, what about what happened down at the other end of the ground?
Thanks, mate. Thanks, Tasha. Thank you.
Tremendous contest that's been. Gehrig rucking again. Montagna, little game time. Raleigh, though. Cats defence steady again. Scarlett might get it back yet. No, Milne just shrugs Scarlett. He's dangerous again. Hasn't got the carry. Hamill with the flight. Enright saving the day for the Cats. Raleigh now. Hair-raising stuff for the Geelong defence. Scarlett once more. Now Corey. Finally, they're out of trouble. Chapman with Jones. Jones may be into his back. No free kick paid. Cats dangerous. Kelly on the lead. Haynes just couldn't get there. Del Santo with him. Ball still alive. Kelly arrives. Good smothering by the Saints. Tremendous struggle.
Aussie Jones in picture has been, well, he's playing on Chapman. Chapman playing up around half-forward wing. I would think that he needs to take Jones out of the action, as has been the case for 3 quarters.
Robert Harvey, possession number 25. He wobbles one to the wing. Powell. Looking for Riewoldt. No free kick, says the umpire. Here's Hamill. To Blake. To Thompson. Held up.
Just get a feeling that it's St Kilda doing all the attacking and Geelong just hanging on.
Jared Waitley.
Cameron Mooney had to bring himself off. He's got tightness in the left calf muscle, so he's had to leave. Hamill and Kingsley also come to the bench.
Rook has moved on to Hamill.
Yep,
and they just got to be thinking to attack Geelong. You just get the feeling that they're just trying to save this lead. They'll end up losing the game. There's too much time of football in front of them.
Hamill just smashes it forward only as far as Sanderson. Good tackle by Montagna. Raleigh's been good. To Corey. To Chapman in the middle. Takes it on the second bite. Pops it over the top. Good hard running from Joel Corey.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks, Nick. Nick, thank you. Thanks, Dave.
Riccardi's come on to replace Kingsley, and he calls for the footy. Oh, it went to no one in the end. There was 3 Cats leading, and the ball missed them all. 45 out from Geelong's goal. They lead by 10 points.
She's a great competitor, Maguire. Just got a hand in the face there that he didn't appreciate.
Penny the hand on the ball. Away goes Jones. Riewoldt on the lead. Just gave Harley the slip for the first time in a while.
Aussie Jones coming into it, Tim.
Keeps it wide for Hamill. Harvey to run onto it. Sanderson's got him. Thompson getting a bit of it at the moment. Enright did well. Oh, and Thompson just became disoriented. Enright has done very well.
He did do well, didn't he? And his teammates acknowledging it.
Let's go. Thank you.
Thompson had him beaten, but he tried one twist too many and gave it up. Still the Saints press, but the Cats' defence continues to hold up. Rook. Riewoldt with breathtaking courage. Del Santo there to support, and Riewoldt now gets the stat that he deserved and delivers it well to the champion Harvey. Ambitious hand pass for Baker. Good stuff to Hamill. Got it high. Yes, he did.
Kelly playing on Robert Harvey. Don't turn your back on the mark. Turn around, make sure you know where the man on the mark's standing. And that was just crude and costly
from Spriggs. And Hamill with the man on the mark 40 metres out. Should bring the Saints back to within 4 points. And he does. It took a long time for the first goal of the quarter to come, but the Saints are alive.
Good play there by Riewoldt, under real pressure, was able just to steady to get that short pass across. Now that's a ridiculous tackle.
Spriggs has been taken off after that tackle, Robert.
Yeah, it was just, well, as you saw, cost them a goal.
4 points in favour of Geelong as they go into attack. Camping underneath it is Penny, coming in from the side. Spectacular mark taken by Del Santo.
Well, one of the players that Grant Thomas spent a couple of minutes with at three-quarter time. Bartel now on Harvey.
28th disposal. Ling. He's been busy too. He's got 19 next to his name.
Knock it out, get it out. Line. Thanks, Corey. Corey. Yeah. Down behind me. Knock it out.
Blake got hammered there.
There's Rook playing at centre-half back on Hamill. They've given Hamill plenty of space. It is a bit of a concern, Rook playing on Hamill.
Blake's got the free. Saints into attack once again. The 50,500 crowd left him, trying to urge their teams on. Hamill was desperate as always. Bodies flying everywhere. A bounce. 40 out from the Saints' goal.
They'll try to get that one-on-one. Hamill on Rook at every opportunity. The other St Kilda forwards will move out, give Hamill the space, because that's the weakness that Grant Thomas has spotted.
Been all the Saints in this final term, but they still haven't been able to grab the lead. Enright clearing for the Cats. Ablett just getting there before it crossed the line. Beautifully met by Baker. Oh, little scoop. Harvey, St Kilda dangerous. Montagna having a lot of it in this last term. Saints have entered the 59 times to 4. Hamill on the deck will line them up.
Well, the worry there is that Rook knows.
It's all right, I'm sorry, okay? Where's what? Get Montagna up here. It's 50 metres. It's a great advantage.
Rook knows he hasn't got the strength to go with Hamill.
No, it's Montagne's kick. Okay, because it's a great
8 kilogram
advantage.
difference in weight. And so Rook will infringe, will give free kicks away because he knows in a fair one-on-one contest, Hamill's just too powerful.
It'll be a 9-point shot.
Here's a replay.
Well, actually it was Harley.
Yep.
Harley who's put him down.
So Lee Montagna, who had scarcely been off the bench before this final corner, to put St Kilda in front. It's the Saints by 5 points.
And there's the hit from behind on Hamill. And they have made the move. Mooney back on. I suggest it's too late.
St Kilda by 5 points. Crowd going mad here at Telstra Dome. You'd just think that the Cats have got to get the next goal. Saints have the momentum. Ozzie Jones. Ablett might have hurt himself. Hunt on the boundary. Not a bad effort. Left foot kick is just offline. Almost a miraculous goal. Ablett's up and he's okay.
There's Mooney in picture. He's come on. Now on to Aaron Hamill. The 10 minutes he was off, very costly. 2 goals to the Saints because of it.
Brilliant kick in, and ball is on the end of it for the Saints, who lead by 4 points. Guerra not quite able to snare that out of the air. Hayes, scrambling metres for the Saints. Chambers for the Cats, to McCarthy, to Chapman. Took them on, lucky to get out of it with his head on his shoulders and with a free kick.
Ling free.
2 coming at him, but Ling coolly stands his ground. Cats looked beaten many times in the last quarter against Melbourne last week. Spriggs this time, but Jones steals it from him at the death and delivers perfectly to his skipper, Lenny Hayes, who's been pretty well beaten by Cameron Ling. Oh, that's dangerous. And Milburn is able to keep it alive for the Cats. Guerra limping from the ground. It has not been David Spriggs' night.
Well, kicking overhead to him's not the go. Spriggs now got the job on Robert Harvey. It's about Harvey's 10th opponent.
And here he goes again. What a champion. Possession number 30 for Robert Harvey. Ozzie Jones to Baker. Enright has had a wonderful last quarter. Hamill. Thompson kept it alive. Rewalt against Harley. What a tussle those two have had. 55 out from St Kilda's goal. They lead by 4 points. There's the clock on your screen. Just under 6.5 minutes of actual game time left in this Wizard Cup Grand Final of 2004.
They'll both come out of this with great distinction. It's been a wonderful contest. There'll be a ball up. Again, it's in St Kilda's 50. They really have dominated this last quarter thus far. But hearts still very much in mouths. Hamill has been at the nerve centre of it all night.
Last quarter, Tim. Robert Harvey 7 disposals. Ozzie Jones 5. Lenny Hayes 5. Crean coming to the top. Just been attacking have St Kilda. Geelong defensive mindset.
Harvey and Scarlett, couple of leading contenders for the Michael Tuck medal. Ling working it clear for the Cats. Not much there on the end of it. Harvey again. Spriggs manages to hold it up for the moment.
About the only thing Robert Harvey hasn't won is a Michael Tuck medal.
Just a quick change there. Kaczynski coming on for St Kilda. Gone to centre half back.
Advantage paid. Here's Harvey again. What will he do with it? He doubles back. Well, the option wasn't great. Well, the mark's taken by Ling.
Right there, Lee.
Geelong finding it hard to get it past the centre line at the moment. Now Mooney sweeps the handball out to Raleigh. Says, I'm going long. He does. He goes straight down the middle, looking for McCarthy from the side. No mark. Kaczynski's in there. Dalsando, good hands to Ozzie Jones. 5 minutes to go. Ozzie puts the foot on the gas. He has a couple of bounces as he takes it to half forward. Little left foot kick to Rewell on the half volley. Beautifully trapped. Reroll. Goes inside 50. Great kick to Hamill. And Aaron Hamill will line up 45 metres out.
Well, Ozzie Jones again in that bit of play. 17 minutes in this, 17 minutes of football in the final quarter. Geelong just a 1 point to show for it. It's a good kick. Mooney's done a fair job, but we said earlier in the call, has he ever played centre half back for 4 quarters in an AFL match? And I'm sure the answer is no. And it just goes to show you've got to go the distance. He's had to come off through calf worries, lack of fitness, if you like.
It's a floater from Hamill. Gehrig on the line. But it'll be a tight angle. But he's left foot correct.
You have to go right around Fraser. Fraser!
He's kicked 2 behinds for the night, Fraser Gehrig. He's had a very quiet night. But he'll try and run around here and kick what could be a match-winning goal.
Just get ready for the rebound off the goalpost.
Saints by 4 points. Gehrig has done it. St Kilda in front by 10 points.
Well, that's a mongrel off the boot. And Gehrig in the right place at the right time.
Just 5 possessions for the night, but that goal has given the Saints a stranglehold. On the run of play, it would take a minor miracle now for Geelong to kick 2 goals and pluck this back. Kelly. Playfair not taking the footy with him. Clark for St Kilda. And Noble belts it on for Thompson to Harvey. Ball running for him. Clever little kick to Rewell.
Well, they've answered the challenge well, St Kilda. Kept their composure, put the ball to advantage. Tried to help a teammate. The cool head of Robert Harvey. And really, Geelong have just defended in this final quarter. 32 disposals to Robert Harvey. Just more class in this St Kilda team. And we're seeing it in the final quarter.
This to just about nail it. Still in play, still alive, game still alive. Gehrig, game over. Saints by 16 points. The Wizard Cup for 2004 is just about theirs.
Not a bad rule, that poster rule, is it?
Oh, well, let's enjoy it while we can, because I don't think we'll ever see it in the season proper. And Fraser Gehrig, 2 goals in a minute. And I guess Matty Scarlett's got to say to himself, well, I'm a bit stiff. He marks a mongrel kick off the boot, and he gets a ricochet off the goalpost.
And Robert Harvey copped a very heavy knock there in the clinches.
Thanks, Gary. Thanks. We'll get it going. We'll get it going. Help to you.
Playfair smashes it forward. Thompson played a vital role in this last term. Here's Xavier Clark. He's been quiet, but he's lifting. To Noble. Just throws it on the boot. Mooney. Clever kick by Mill. Still inside the Saints attacking 50. Rewalt. Held. Umpire let it go. He's stiff-nick Rewalt.
You're in possession there. Ball's knocked out.
Was in possession, said umpire Vozzo. He must have been viewing it from a different angle.
Did look like he had it to me, but anyway. Chance for Little now. Chance for the Saints to put some icing on the cake. Can Stephen Milne do it? Free kick. Saints have only ever won 2 pre-season flags. In 1958.
I remember that.
That was a post-season flag, actually.
And 1996.
They've been made earn it. Yeah, you really had to admire Geelong for 3 quarters.
Andrew Thompson making his mark. Gehrig, suddenly it's happening for him. As Alan Jeans used to say, the big blokes don't get any smaller. Ablett to Enright. Cats needing 3 goals. They have fewer minutes than that. Rook banging it forward. How will it bounce? Wide. And Aussie Jones kept his head, if not his feet. Voss to Goddard and back to Jones, a veteran of the 1996 pre-season premiership. Aussie is going to take another medal. And Clark having an impact in the last quarter after being quiet for much of the match.
Well, Clark and Del Santo and Goddard have all come into it in the final quarter. Pleasing for St Kilda.
Let's go! Let's kick it now! Play on!
Play on, says the umpire. Man on the mark, Hunt hasn't heard. But Clark drives it long. Milne against Riley, picked up by Hayes. Back to Milne, fell over, got up again, got hit high, got up again. Little toe poke to ball, it's another one. It was like a battling top then, Stephen Milne. Kept getting knocked over, kept getting up. So Ball makes sure of it. Milne just wouldn't give up there. Up and down, up and down. In the end, somehow got it to Ball. Great play, Stephen Milne.
Five goals to none in the last quarter. It's been survival of the fittest. And they've all got to come back and do it again in 2 weeks' time. Rook winning it away, but not for long for the Cats. Harvey has been magnificent. Baker. Jones again. Now Clark. Saints turning it on in the last quarter. And there it is. The Saints win a rare title. It slips away for the Cats. St Kilda take the Wizard Cup by 22 points. And that song is music to the ears of their faithful.
Well, Rob, what a great way to start a season.
Oh yeah, look, it was good. We've been good all pre-season. We worked really hard. Tonight wasn't our greatest night. We made a lot of blues, but everyone stuck at it, and you know, we still had a lot of everyone was still sticking at their task, and eventually it came around for us.
In terms of intensity, that must just about be the best pre-season game you would have played in.
Oh yeah, I mean that was pretty full on out there tonight. You know, like Geelong were pretty pumped up, obviously, and so were we. It was always going to be that sort of game, and you know, it was good to get over the top of them in the end.
Well done. Another piece of silverware, maybe another one to come. Christy Malthouse.
Well, Aaron, it was a massive build-up and you rose to the challenge.
Oh yeah, probably too big of a build-up for a Wizard Cup game, but we're just happy that we got challenged.
And to the boys' credit, they were terrific. The younger guys are stepping up, great experience for them, and it's a good platform for round one in a fortnight.
You received a lot of attention tonight and in the lead up to the game. Were you surprised by that?
Oh, not really, mate. It's all good fun, isn't it? That's why we play the game, for the contact sport, and I enjoy it. But it's pleasing for the fans. I mean, they've stuck with us for a couple of years, and they've been terrific. So.
Well done. Go and celebrate. Thanks. Stephen.
Well, for only the 4th time in their history, the St Kilda Football Club have won a premiership trophy. 1966, they were real premiers, and now they've won their 3rd pre-season flag, 58, 96 and 2004, back for the presentation after the break. Both St Kilda and Geelong can be congratulated tonight on a fantastic Wizard Cup Grand Final for 2004. The Cats, well, they had their noses in front at three-quarter time, but the class of St Kilda rose to the top in the final term, and the Saints have won by 22 points. Time now to hand out the Wizard Cup trophy. Let's go down to the presentation.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just think we should show our appreciation for the efforts of the Cats here tonight in the Wizard Cup Grand Final for 2004. It gives us now a great deal of pleasure to invite former Hawthorn champion and AFL Games record holder Michael Tuck to present the medal named in his honour to the player adjudged best on the ground by an independent panel. Michael.
Good evening. The winner of the medal, or the Michael Tuck medal, is Robert Harvey.
Well done, Robert. I'd now like to welcome former St Kilda great, Brownlow medalist and captain of St Kilda's first pre-season premiership, Neil Roberts, to present medallions to the players of the St Kilda Football Club. Neil. And we begin in jumper order. Number 2, Aaron Hamill. Number 3, Xavier Clark. Number 4, Andrew Thompson. Number 5, Austin Jones. Number 6, Heath Black. Number 9, Fraser Gehrig. Number 10, Stephen Baker. Number 12, Nick Rewaltz. Number 13, Brett Voss. Number 14, Luke Ball. Number 17, Stephen Powell. Number 18, Brendan Goddard. Number 19, Luke Penny. Number 23, Justin Kazitsky. Number 26, Nick Del Santo. Number 27, Jason Blake. Number 28, Lee Montana. Number 31, Matt Maguire. Number 33, Trent Noble. Number 34, Brent Guerra. number 35, the Tuck medalist and dual Brownlow medalist, Robert Harvey. Number 40, Troy Schwartz. Number 44, Stephen Milne. The coach of St Kilda, ladies and gentlemen, Grant Thomas. And the captain, number 7, Lenny Hayes. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you're aware that Wizard Home Loans has been an outstanding sponsor and great supporter of this competition, which has seen matches played all around our great nation. I'd now like to welcome the Chief Executive Officer for Wizard Home Loans, Mr. Angelo Miletsis, who will present the Wizard Home Loans Cup to St Kilda. But a few words from behalf of Wizard.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Wizard Home Loans are delighted to be associated with this competition. We invite you to visit one of our 200 branches throughout the country and see how we can save money for you. Ladies and gentlemen, commiserations to the Geelong Football Club. We wish them the best for the 2004 season. And now to the winners. They played great football tonight. It's been a long time coming, but they indeed deserved champions. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Wizard Home Loans, I have great pleasure in presenting the 2004 Wizard Home Loans Cup to the St Kilda Football Club.
First of all, I'd just like to thank Wizard Home Loans for sponsoring the competition. Look, to Geelong, it was a great contest tonight, and you know, they're a team really on the rise, and it was a great effort. Just to our boys, really proud of the way we went about it tonight. It was a great effort, and look, just finally, thank you to all the supporters for coming out tonight. And if you haven't signed up as a member, get on board.
Lenny, congratulations to you and the Saints. We're going to play the song about 30 times and let the boys do a lap of honour here as we congratulate St Kilda, the winners of the Wizard Cup for 2004.
So the Saints, premiers in the Wizard Cup for 2004. Grant Thomas, the coach, didn't look all that impressed, did he? But we'll go down and hear from him now. Christy, go for it.
Grant, first of all, congratulations. The team got into a very tight huddle at the end of the game. You had a lot to talk about. What did you say to them?
Oh, I just think it's very important to be humble in our success. We haven't had the opportunity to do it much before, and I was really proud of the way the guys played. It wasn't pretty. And Geelong played tremendously well and worked us over and made it very difficult for us to get into our natural game, and it was great that they persevered and came through like they did.
A lot of talk about the young guns and the king of the kids and everything during the week, but fantastic to see senior players, and especially Robert Harvey, standing tall tonight as well.
Yeah, it was a tremendous team performance, and that's what we were after. We don't want to individualise, and we know we've got some good young guys, but some great middle-aged guys, and we've got some tremendous older guys. So you can't win games consistently without a contribution from everyone in the team. So that's what we've got to focus on.
Well done.
Thanks, Christy. Appreciate it.
All right, while we wrap up and watch the Saints do a lap of honour, Robert, your thoughts before we say goodnight.
It was a wonderful game of football. Disappointing that the Cats couldn't maintain the intensity in the last quarter, but I thought Geelong were really good. They did their supporters proud. This team, they deserve to be winners. They've got that bit more class, and they had equal amount of grunt as Geelong showed. So both of them can look forward to good seasons. I think St Kilda will make the finals. Geelong, perhaps another year or two away.
So St Kilda, the champions of the Wizard Cup for 2004. What we're going to do now is take a break for a week, and we'll see you in a fortnight for when the real stuff begins in 2004. Until then, good night.